And just this week, we just got some major XRP updates. I'm about to share a clip from Jim Rickards, the well-known economist, where he mentions Ripple XRP as an alternative for the US dollar. The war in the Middle East is increasing the demand for a neutral bridge asset like XRP. An asset that can't be controlled by any sovereign nation, just like the US dollar is heavily centralized in the hands of the United States, which feels entitled to instrumentalize such assets. XRP has not been issued by any particular country. In fact, in the world of finance, when a currency starts with X, that means there is no country issuer. Although Ripple is an American-based company, XRP has no political bias. And this means geopolitical tensions always increase the demand for neutral bridge assets. Think of Russia being kicked out of SWIFT, and now put yourself in the position of other BRICS nations, for instance. So if you are Brazil, India, or South Africa, you know that yesterday Russia was kicked out of SWIFT. However, tomorrow it might be your country excluded from the financial system. This is precisely why most BRICS nations are preparing for a system outside of the US dollar. And just this week, we just got some major XRP updates. I'm about to share a clip from Jim Rickards, the well-known economist, where he mentions Ripple XRP as an alternative for the US dollar. Could this be a hint that XRP is about to become a global reserve currency? And this comes at a critical moment. Just this week, we heard some rumors that Iran was actually bypassing US sanctions, trading oil in the Strait of Hormuz utilizing Bitcoin. Now, from a technical perspective, that does not make any sense. Why would anyone want to actually trade using BTC and actually waste millions of dollars in fees if you can actually have the same outcome with lower transaction fees and much more efficiency by transacting on the XRP ledger? So let's get real. Let's now watch to Jim Rickards, and then I'm going to share you my honest opinion about his predictions.
Which currencies are being used for these oil transactions? Where are we getting these reports that is in fact what Iran wants?
Well, it's interesting, Michelle, you said at the beginning of the segment, the news is breaking so fast. Even people who are very tuned in, you have to kind of struggle to keep up a little bit. But this is literally in the breaking news category. It was reported in the Financial Times that Iran is charging this toll to pass through the Straits of Hormuz. And again, I would say that tells me that Iran is in charge of the Strait of Hormuz. The idea that, where's the U.S. toll collector? Trump talked about it, but that doesn't exist. Now, Iran is, first they said